Whether you're into mobile games, shooters mainly, strategies, RPGs, or anything, 2023 has been so far as generous as possible by actually bringing some of the best games of all time to mobile gaming. Today we're going to be looking at the top 10 ranked based off of reviews, downloads, and ratings on both platform and the mobile gaming released within 2023 for your Android and iOS devices as well. Number 10. A very honorable mention for the month. On the Play Store, it's actually Devil May Cry Peak of Combat. Guys, this game's available on the Google Play in English, finally, for almost a month now. Still on its way to the App Store, and ever since release, it's a free-to-play game and it's available globally. You see guys, Peak of Combat lets you actually experience a brand new story with adjusted gameplay compared to the previous games, some new mechanics, bringing in the familiar faces of the Devil May Cry franchise, roguelike elements, team gameplay, PvP battles, and more. This game's about 7 GB in size and playable online and has a 4.4 out of 5. And number 2, with over 1 million downloads since a little over a month ago, it's actually the most anticipated racing game of 2023 in the mobile gaming. You'll probably know this. We've got Ace Racer. Ace Racer is available on both platforms with a 4.7 out of 5. It's an online game in nature, takes you down about 2 GB in size. It's one of the most generous racing games in customization. The gameplay is just fast-paced as the word could be. It's free, has a ton of cars and customization options to just unlock with only in-app purchases.
Reaching the top. We know what it takes to get reaching the top. Lower the lights down. Hand over my crown. Hand over my heart. I do this for my town. I do this for my crowd. So turn me up real loud. My time, my time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Turning the track up. I'll never go back down.
No longer up for pre-register, but available worldwide since a month ago. At number 8, in case you missed it, we have the one and only Flash Party. Guys, this is the action brawler fighting game heavily inspired by Super Smash Bros. I've mentioned this game before many times. Here's a trailer, in case you just missed it. The game's much more exciting than Super Smash Bros. And Multiverses that was released recently. To go about in just runs with friends, about it's playable in single player with AIs if you like, which are actually really smart. Number 7. This could easily be the number 1 if this was just an anime RPG list. We've got over here Eversoul. Eversoul's been out for over 2 months now and it's downloaded over 1 million times with legitimately the most advanced, or just actually one of the most advanced visual games in the list. Eversoul has actually crossplay with PCs. It's about 7 GB in size. It's playable online. Recently it's rated down to a 3.2 in some regions because it's repetitive nature, but it's actually a very well-rounded game in story, combat, and lore. Honestly, in my opinion, it's at least a 4 out of 5. It's free, has great strategic fights, some amazing soundtracks, and actually quite hefty in content. No longer up for pre-register, but available globally since last week. At number 6, we have a Punch Kick Duck. Well, just a casual arcade dungeon fighting game from the same guy who came up with the game Shoot the Moon. That was almost like a decade ago. Punch Kick Duck, however, is playable only online. It's playable with a controller. It's one of those classic score chasing games in nature. Really nice in visuals, replay, and the diversity of the characters and enemies is just insane. It's about 100 MB in size only. Honkai Starrrail, on the other hand, at number 5, is available for a few days globally finally. It's actually just finished its beta and now sitting on the Play Store with a 4.8 and over 1 million downloads as an action RPG MMO. Starrrail is from the same people who came up with Genshin Impact. I'm assuming most of you know. If you've been playing Genshin Impact or just taking a break for whatever reason, Honkai is way too many nicks and hits above that game in replay. It's huge, takes you down about 10 gigabytes in size, and the story is just perfect. Play it.
You'll be sure to encounter companions from all walks of life. Rest easy. This is a journey shared. And we can't promise there won't be any turbulence. But fear not. Though the road ahead may be fraught with danger, it is with reliable friends and competent allies.
Mighty Doom is available now on the Play Store worldwide for a few months, and it just received its first official patch, literally fine-tuned to perfection with 0 bugs as of only 2 weeks ago. If you are new here with the franchise, you guys, Mighty Doom is kind of what the title suggests or indicates, just a single most mightiest action run-and-gun shooter, halfway alien shooter, and the bending of Isaac with dungeon crawling stuff, randomly generated stages and things like that. This game's playable online, and this is exactly how it works. If you like ice cream games, or, you know, we had to include a horror game in the list. A few days ago, you probably saw a glimpse of this one on YouTube or somewhere. We got the first official multiplayer of the franchise over here, Ice Scream, on the Google Play, and it is a remarkable game in every single component of a multiplayer game. The puzzles are good, the gameplay is smooth as hell, servers are great, and ever since last week it's actually downloaded over 1 million times with a literal 5 out of 5 perfect rating. In any case, this game's about 200 megabytes in size tops. Number 2, I've actually mentioned this one in my last video. It is Viking Rise. Viking Rise, guys, been out for a week now, and it's downloaded over 1 million times on the Play Store. It was a few days ago, Google actually awarded the game as the #1 free-to-play strategy of 2023. It's a strategy RPG in nature, as you can probably tell, with crossplay on Windows. You gotta use the BlueStacks. It's almost an MMO with real-time battles, a huge variety of enemies and characters, and in just case you're going for it, it takes you down about 1 gigabyte in size.
Adventure has already begun. Yes, you can call me Mr. Reaper.
Number 1 from the all-time famous publishers, developers, Lilith game, it's actually, we've got over here Farlight 84. Guys, Farlight's actually been around for over 2 years as one of the most innovative battle royale games about just like any other. It's a survival game in nature that not only offers a really good quality multiplayer compared to Fortnite or anything, or Apex Legends, it lets you drive vehicles with some real attention to details in that department and the rest. The game's about 1 gigabyte in size. Initially, it was only 2 months ago since it became globally available, and ever since, downloaded over 5 million times.
Good boy. My tarot cards are waiting.
Stellar Wind can automatically lock onto target that's within range and attack. The Gale of the
And before we call it a list, as the honorable mention over here of the day, we've got here finally Summoner's War Chronicles by Come To Us, the famous folks in charge of Summoner's War IP. Technically, it's a monster collecting game. Game's available on the Apple and the Play Store as a free-to-play, but halfway a pay-to-win MMORPG, and actually one of the most downloaded mobile games of 2023. Summoner's War is just like Lost Ark in nature. It's a gacha game with auto battle components, and then also an MMORPG with open world stuff. It's free, it takes down about 4 GB of space. You'll love it.